What's up guys, my name's Logan and I made this sheath and I'll go over why and how. I want to introduce you to the Benchmade 203. It's a pretty spendy knife. It's like $300 and it comes with a pretty cheap and fully designed sheath. The front fastener index is with those two marks, so it's good for right and left-handed people, but you see if you don't align it right, it doesn't go in. It uses a clip, so you're kind of limited. It's not very modular. It's supposed to go in your waistband. So here's my design. I want it to be modular, so you can use a clip or a belt loop. So first, just machined down some brass, roughly to shape. Drilled out the holes according to my drawing, and I even had a stencil cut out so I could compare the two. And lastly, I just faced the other side and nailed it down. Then I cut it in half and kind of roughed the shape with an angle grinder. From there, I was able to take it to the belt sander and slowly hit the right curvature. And once again, I was comparing it to the stencil. After that, I started moving towards the leather. This technique worked pretty good. It was really nice for getting smooth cuts. And I had a stencil for this that I was using as well, shown here, which I also used to locate my holes. I did have a punch set that I tried, but the leather was too thick, so I just resorted to drilling them out instead. After that, I was able to assemble it with the eyelets and press it through the leather and the brass. After that, I was able to use the little tool that came with the eyelets to hammer them down. I went with 80,000 thick Kydex. I wanted to be able to form well and still be somewhat stiff but flexible. I just threw it in the oven at 360 degrees and just watched for it to get ductile enough, and then placed it over the sheath with the knife in it in my homemade foam press, and I just tightened it down as tight as I could with some clamps. I waited 5 minutes and I had pretty good definition. I was happy with it. So next, just cut out the general profile with the bandsaw. And this process also will be repeated for the beard side. And then just touch it up with the belt sander and polish it up later. Overall, the fit was pretty good. So this is 125 thousandths thick Kydex for the belt loop, and I want it to be a little bit more stiff, and I'm not forming it. I had a stencil for this as well, and I used it to locate my holes. I also ended up changing my design a little bit by getting rid of those two inner corners, just to speed up manufacturing. And then I used the belt sander to get the curves right and kind of get to the closer net shape. And then to get rid of that rough edge, I used a polishing wheel and a bench grinder, and that kind of smoothed it out. I already had a leather loop that I could repurpose. If I had more time, I would have made the clip too. So I'm just using number 8 screws and Chicago style through posts with rubber washers to kind of isolate the loop mount away from the sheath. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. The retention is pretty nice and it's adjustable, and it just clicks right into place. And I think I was able to accomplish my modularity goal for right-handed and left-handed and different mounting styles as well. Thank you.